"I'm not saving my money until I'm too old to enjoy it" is a common argument people have for not investing for retirement. Is it possible to be saving too much money for retirement? While a more common question is, are you saving enough for retirement? Diligent savers and investors might find that they're actually saving more money than they should. After reaching their goals, these folks might find that their financial finish line keeps getting moved further and further down the road. They could be succumbing to the mentality of never having enough money. Believing this could cause you to miss out on the enjoyment of living in the moment. Saving money is a good habit, but it's helpful to know where you stand so you strike the right balance. You don't want to spend your entire career working 80 hours a week, postponing rewarding experiences until you retire, and then you can finally start enjoying life. You also want to make sure you can retire comfortably at a reasonable age and won't run out of money. These are some points to consider that will help you determine if you're saving the right amount for your future. My name is Chris, and I help teach people about money, personal finance, and investing. If you're interested in improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. What type of lifestyle would you like to enjoy during your retirement? Some people want to live in a luxurious home in a desirable area. Perhaps they'd like multiple vehicles that they can drive depending on their mood and own plenty of toys to keep them from getting bored. Maybe a beautiful vacation home would be on the list as well. Others are perfectly happy living in a modest home with minimal headaches and little upkeep, driving older and less fancy vehicles, owning fewer possessions. They might not care about traveling often and are happy with free or inexpensive entertainment, like going to the park. It's safe to say that most people will probably end up compromising and achieving a comfortable lifestyle that still allows them to enjoy the things that are important to them. Whichever you choose is fine, as long as you can reasonably earn the income needed and you strike the right balance of living for today and preparing for the future. Once you've determined the lifestyle that you want to have, the next step is calculating how much it will cost. This is fairly easy if your retirement expenses are going to be roughly what you are spending in your working years. It will be more complicated for those who expect a different post-work lifestyle. It's impossible to calculate exactly how much money you're going to need, but you should be able to get a good idea. For example, if you want a beach house, you'll know roughly how much that will cost and the monthly expenses associated with it. You'll need to know how much it's going to cost to maintain your primary residence, plan for taxes, maintenance, utilities, and the occasional remodel costs of the home you'd like to have. How much do you plan on spending dining out or on entertainment? While you won't know the exact cost due to inflation and constant price fluctuations, an estimate should be fine. Once you have an idea how much money you'll need for the type of lifestyle you want during retirement, you need to calculate what you need to do to get there. Firstly, multiplying your retirement income needs by 25 will give you the approximate amount that you'll need invested. If you're going to need $100,000 in annual income before taxes, multiplying that by 25 will equal $2,500,000, meaning that's how much you'll need in investments. This is based on a 4% withdrawal rate that's seen as a sustainable amount within the finance community. It's not a perfect formula, and there are many variables. It depends on the age you plan on retiring, your investment returns, and so forth. However, this is a logical starting point that can be adjusted over time if needed. The next step will help you decide how much you need to invest based on a few factors. The first question to ask is how long until you'd like to retire? Next, how much money do you currently have invested? What type of investment returns are reasonable for your portfolio? This question can be a little difficult to answer because of constant market fluctuations, not to mention the possibility of an extended bear market. The S&P 500 has had an average annual return since it first began in 1926 of over 10%, according to Investopedia. If you have all of your investments in the S&P 500, assuming a future 10% annual return is reasonable. By using an online compound interest calculator and inputting this information, you can find out how much you'll need to invest regularly in order to get where you'd like to be. Let's say you're 45 years old, looking to retire by 65. You have about $350,000 saved for retirement right now, but you want to find out exactly how much you need to save every month to make sure you reach that goal, without ever needing to rely on Social Security, even when eligible. Your annual spending is fair at $75,000 per year, and you expect those expenses to remain the same, aside from adjustments for inflation. Multiplying your annual spending amount by 25, you'll need about $1,875,000 in today's dollars to provide that much income. Assuming a reasonable 4% inflation rate, the $1,875,000 adjusted would be approximately $4,100,000. In other words, after accounting for inflation, that's how much money you'll need, since the dollar will have much less purchasing power after 20 years. Achieving this would require saving about $25,000 each year. After calculating how much you're going to need, will you be able to save what's needed? In the previous example, it's not necessary to save more than $25,000 each year. Doing so could cause you to miss out on spending on today's excitement, like a vacation of a lifetime with your family. If you can afford to make a long-awaited purchase without sacrificing your retirement but choose not to, you might be putting away too much. You might want to save more like $30,000 or $35,000 per year just to be on the safe side. But if the numbers are telling you that's not necessary, why trade today's time and money for it? Every dollar you set aside today is a trade for the future. Extra money down the road won't hurt unless it's preventing you from enjoying things today. If excessive savings is straining your relationships or causing you to miss important family events, it's time to reevaluate your plan. Do you plan on continuing to work? There are many people who never want to work at all ever again in any form. That's completely fine, but there are many others who want to work until the day they die. For these people, working provides a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction with structure, and the money is an added bonus. This could mean keeping the job you currently have if you're able at an older age, or it could be starting a small business. If this is the case, saving more than your calculations suggest is wasteful. It's unreasonable to think that you'll have no problem working at any age, but if you're retiring early, or even at age 60 or 65, there's most likely work that can still be done for at least a few years if you choose. If you don't have any heirs you plan on leaving money to, you might consider spending down your retirement savings. In other words, you have more money than you could reasonably spend due to old age, poor health, or just plenty of income from another source. This generally isn't recommended since you don't know how long you're going to live and how much money you're going to need. This is reasonable in some cases. For example, if Social Security income is enough for you to live off comfortably, which is possible for some people since the maximum benefit is $3,240 per person, it's reasonable to spend down some savings and enjoy it while you can. It's important to strike the right balance of investing for your future and living for today. In order to strike this balance, figure out how you want your retirement to look and see what it takes to get there. A comfortable retirement is desirable, but making the most of your working life is necessary too. Don't fall into the trap of chasing a moving finish line that will make you a wealthy individual too old to enjoy your money. It's easy to endlessly worry about never having enough. While that's a valid concern, you could spend your entire life worrying about nearly anything with still no 100% guarantee of a nice retirement. Instead, stick to your plan and trust the math, making adjustments over time or as needed within reason.